It's the National Football League on EA Sports. We'll see the dynamic Justin Fields. He's looking for a milestone 5,000-yard season and maybe a little hardware come February as well. It's the Raiders and the Saints, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And we are underway from the Superdome.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And when you think about great seasons in recent memory, he's definitely putting one together here. There's a good chance he's going to go over 5,000 yards passing for the season. He's just a little bit under that mark coming in. And I tell you, it's pretty rarefied air when you get up there with numbers like this.
He's got the rookie from Georgia. That's Brock Bowers.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. Now you figure that he'll probably be a big factor in this one as well.
No question about it, partner. We just saw it right there. They want to get him the ball in space and see what he can do after the catch.
Back to throw. Fields. That's to Bowers once again.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Bowers. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And that last throw is going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing for the year. And it is pretty rarefied air up there. You're looking at only a handful of guys who have ever topped that in one season. Fields throwing again.
Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Fields.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Bowers. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They get 17 down to the 17, and it's a 1st down.
Here's Fields.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Bowers. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Brock Bowers with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Raiders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Saints heading out for the first time, and there's Derek Carr at quarterback in his 11th NFL season now and second in black and gold.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally, kept the ball clean, and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
Well, you get a look at their key inactives for this week's game, and Charles, clearly you don't want to have any of these guys unavailable, especially when you're where they're at fighting for a playoff spot.
I agree, because the postseason is on the line. So you've got to overcome the injuries and find a way to win. And the only way to do that, the guys available have to step up. What's that mantra in the NFL? Next man up. This is their opportunity.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
You look at this Raiders defense.
They were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Here's Kamara trying to run for him. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, they just watched the other team take the ball downfield and score, so they knew that this drive, this opening drive, was on them. And, boy, that was important to pick up that 1st down there and keep this one going.
There's Chris Olave. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now look at the numbers last week for Olave.
4 catches, 5 yards past 100, and a touchdown.
And he's trying to prove the adage, it's not just how you start, it's how you finish. And he is finishing awfully strong, takes great care of his body. I expect him to go ahead and put a capper on this season.
Now Carr. The pass caught by Olave. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's Carr. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Cedric Wilson, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Saints respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
The Raiders offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. He had the touchdown pass on the opening drive. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes coming in, and he's right up there among the league's best. Fields now to throw. Short throw caught by Bowers.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at their 48-yard line.
To throw is Fields. Short throw caught by Bowers.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
Now Fields. Short throw caught by Bowers.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 35-yard line.
Now it's Fields. Short throw caught by Bowers.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Throwing again is Fields. Short throw caught by Bowers.
And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Here's Fields. Pass complete right side to Bowers.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Again, Fields. This one swung out here to Jones.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
From the 3, 2nd and a yard. From the gun, here's Fields.
Touchdown, Raiders!
Brock Bowers.
A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Derek Carr and the Saints set to go back on offense.
5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
Tackle made by Tyree Wilson.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
Escapes the defender. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. That good for 19 and a first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get down.
And the Raiders have got him. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up.
But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the gun, it's Carr.
Open man left side. Shaheed has it.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
They're backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Carr going to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense. And now they get to turn it back to their offense.
So out come the Raiders.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Fields. Short throw caught by Bowers.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Complete to Brock Bowers. A gain of 16 yards. And the Raiders first down.
A shotgun snap. Fields.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bowers. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Brock Bowers
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Raiders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. 2nd down, and it's Kamara again. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. 3rd and 3.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And going deep for Hill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Excellent coverage on the play from Trayvon Merrick.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raiders offense and quarterback Justin Fields heading back out there. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
From the 31,
Fields. Short throw caught by Bowers.
and he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
He has really thrown the ball well here in this first half. You see the numbers, up over 200 passing yards already.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Out of the gun, Fields. Short throw caught by Bowers.
And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
A gain of 2 brings up second and base at the 49-yard line.
To the air again, Fields.
His throw incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flushed out right.
And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields escaping the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Grant, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
Here we go.
Looking to throw again on second down.
Fields. Short throw caught by Bowers.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Looking to throw. Fields.
Short throw caught by Bowers.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. To throw again on second down. Fields. That's to the left side where he's got Bowers. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And he fires one incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Back to throw. Fields. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Bowers. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They snap it to Fields. Flush to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Justin Fields, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
A big-time play there for New Orleans. 43 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Card out a throw. Over the middle and complete to Shaheed. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Second and 1 now from the 21. Here's Carr to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw his Carr. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Brandon McManus on for the field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. One final go for this offense here in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Fields sliding out of the pocket. And he goes out right around the 39. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Here's Fields. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it but couldn't pull it in.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. From the gun on third down, Fields. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. A final shot before the break. Fields. That's to Bowers once again. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. And the Saints going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Carr. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing now is Carr. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Fields now to throw. He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Miami.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 26.
Now Fields.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
The numbers throwing the ball have been great. He's up over 300 yards now for the game.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
A first carry here for Kene Nwangu.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Demario Davis there on the stop.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Here's Fields.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
To throw is Fields.
Eluding the pressure right.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground, incomplete.
Oh, he's been fun to watch in this one. He's made the correct reads all game long and helped stake his team a huge lead. Running, passing, he's made all the right decisions. But that wasn't the right read on that one. It falls incomplete.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still 2nd down.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
Now it's Fields.
And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Again, Fields.
Looking left side, he's got it, complete.
And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down. He needed 5, he got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save? That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it. And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won. Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. Touchdown!
Brock Bowers,
27 yards, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Well, now how about this return?
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Caught, it's Wilson.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first.
That's good for the Saints.
And Shaheed going to go in motion. He's going to get it on the jet sweep.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Carr.
There's a short one caught by Johnson.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and now it's 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
To throw, it's Carr.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. Back now here live in New Orleans. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Here's Carr.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now Carr, got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raiders offense coming back out onto the field. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Out of the gun, Fields. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's been a fun game for him so far, but I think he tried to do just a little too much that time. Give the defense a rare win on that snap.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out comes the Saints offensive unit and the NFC playoff race. Let's have a look at it. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
Carr. Back to Kamara for another catch. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Saints on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Catch made right side by Wilson. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Carr going to go on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. In motion comes the tight end left. To throw is Carr. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down.
And Shaheed going to go in motion.
Now Carr.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Here's Carr to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr.
Throwing quickly to Wilson.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ced Wilson with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Saints are able to cut into that deficit.
McManus's point after is good, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Back to throw. Fields.
The 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Brock Bowers.
49 yards.
And the Raiders are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. And that touchdown, his 5th touchdown grab of the game, and that ties him with Jerry Rice from 1990, Kellen Winslow Sr. from 1981, and Bob Shaw back in 1950. For the most receiving touchdowns in a single NFL contest. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Now Carr. He gets this one to Johnson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Throwing now is Carr. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Carr to throw again.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Here's Fields. He's got a man, complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Saints 17.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Carr gonna throw.
Complete to Olave on the out route.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Carr now to throw. Little short pass here to Hill, and he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it'll be second down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a first and 10 as they search for a late score.
So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20.
Again, it's Carr. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And that will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The kick by McManus is good, and that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. And quickly they get to the line. Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
From the gun, here's Fields. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
From the 50, here's Fields. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now a 2nd and 10. Fields now to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down.
Here we go.
Now it's Fields. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And with that last throw, the record comes into focus as he has now gone over 500 passing yards in this game alone. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Fields. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Bowers. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Raiders.
Here we go, son. You got a 11.
Now Fields. That's to Bowers once again. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
At the Saints' 6-yard line.
No loss.
Here's Fields. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.